All right, this video is designed for those of you that are new to rideshare. Let's say you're new to Lyft, and you want to understand how to use this application here. Number one, let's go ahead and talk about the one thing you want to go ahead and change here is when you see these bars that down at the bottom where it says go online, you want to click on those right there, and you want to go over there to the queued rides. Why is it important that you take care of this right here is because when you first get signed up, it's going to be an auto accept. And then if you go online and start doing your rides, it's going to start throwing rides at you. And if you don't know how to decline them, they're going to be automatically added to your routes. And that happened to a buddy of mine that just started driving, and he experienced that he was just like, man, it's taking me everywhere, giving me rides, giving me all kinds of things. And I told him, hey, go change this. So make sure that you change this to the manual accept, okay? That's gonna be your best thing to do. Once you have that set up, then what I recommend you do at that point is just get familiar with the filters that you have available. So if you want to go to a destination, let's say you want to go to the airport, you can go ahead and set your destination, and you can adjust your radius to be either large, medium, or small. Now, usually go with small, but that's your preference, and then you set your filter. Once you set your filter, you're basically telling the app, Lyft, that you are going towards the airport. Thus, any rides that need to go in that direction, please give them to me. And that's what you're going to start seeing. So, I'm not going to do a filter there because I'm not interested in doing a filter right now. So again, down here, queued rides, make sure you change it to manual. Stay within an area. Here's another filter. If you do not want to go to, let's say, to the other side of the valley, then you can go ahead and just stay within this area, and you can expand it so you can stay on the East Valley, right? Or you can move it as well. Boom. And then make it smaller. If you make it really small, it's going to tell you right there that, you may want to move your pin or make it bigger because you might not be getting some rides there. So that's another setting that you can use right there. But what's the other one here? Arrive on time. So, hey, I have to be at my kid's soccer game, baseball game, and you put it on there, and it's going to go ahead and give you rides and allow you to get there in time if you happen to take a ride. So anyways, those are your filter settings. This thing right here, these layers, these are additional things that you can go ahead and do as you're operating the app, so you can take a look and see how many drivers are nearby. And so in my area right now, this happens to be an airport right here. So there's some cars waiting for the airport, a couple cars driving around over here. So if you're not getting any rides, you may want to look into that and see, hey man, is there a lot of drivers in the area? And if so, then you want to get out of that area. Recent ride demand. This is going to tell you more or less how in the past 30 minutes how many rides have been obtained there, and it just kind of pings you right there where the rides are coming from in the last 30 minutes or the last hour. You can change your filter settings right there. Last 30 minutes, nothing. Let's see, you want to look for scheduled rides. They're going to pop up right here. That way you can reserve it if you want to get going. Let's see here. Just getting familiar with the application and how to use it. You got your 3 bars over here. This is going to take you to your settings, your vehicles. Your vehicles will basically allow you to see what kind of rides you're getting. In this case, I'm getting Lyft, shared, extra, comfort, green. That's what I'm eligible for with this vehicle. Not sharing my battery info. That basically lets them know how much battery I have so I don't have range anxiety, which I don't have. But yeah, there you go. There's a little rundown on a few basics on how to use the app. Up here, obviously, you get to see how much money you've made. I've only driven once this week, and that was on Wednesday evening. I took 5 rides for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. Um, Made $1 tip. Not bad, not bad for 5 rides if you think about it. But this is where you're gonna find a lot of your things to do with your money. How much you're making per hour, your driving stats, how much you're driving, how many miles you drove, all that analytics stuff that we'd like to look at. And then if you want to cash out, you can actually just cash out the same day, so you don't have to wait for the weekly payouts for you to get paid. So anyways, there's a rundown on how to use the application. Obviously, you have a notification bell up here. It won't let me touch it. Oh, there it is. Tells you any updates, just your messages that they're sending you. But there you go. There's a quick overview of how to use the app. Obviously, you turn it, you go online. It's going to tell you you're in a bonus. And from right there, um, tells you right there, I'm in a 30% bonus added to the ride. I can turn on priority mode. What is priority mode? Priority mode is basically when it's slow, they can give me rides um, just so that I can get working. But these rides tend to be very cheap, $3, $4 rides. What else? Let's see here. Down here, it's telling you what's coming up in the turbo zone, so you can see the turbo map. It's going to show you where things are going to take place. I don't really care for that a whole lot, but I basically, where was I? I like to look at the demand just to see where it's at, you know. Getting familiar with your city as well. So if you want to go drive through AI, I've done that. It just gives you a bunch of rides that are subpar, to say the least. Plan ahead if you want to go to the airport. But there's a bunch of things that you, as a new rider or driver, I should say, that you want to get familiar with the interface of the application before you start going out and driving, because you don't want to put yourself at risk and your passenger at risk while you're driving, to try to get familiar with the app, because your eyes are on the road. You got to pay attention to what's going on in front of you. You're probably having a conversation with your passenger as well too, so there's a lot of stuff going on. And for you to, as a new driver, to try to get familiar with this on the fly, on the go, there is not ideal. So definitely turn it on at home, accept declined offers before you get out there and do it live. Do a dry run just to see what it feels like before you actually start taking rides. Because the last thing you want to do is get into an accident, or just have a bad experience with your passenger being the guinea pig for you as well, because you're learning. Don't do that to your passengers. Try this, try watching videos as well from other content creators that are in the game, that will give you advice on how to use this application. But the best teacher is experience. You doing it yourself. You can watch videos all day long, but until you actually start doing it yourself, you're gonna get a feel and you're gonna remember things at that point. Anyways, thanks for watching. I know I kind of talked a lot at the end there, but moral of the story is, get familiar with the interface before you start doing it live. And then once you start going live, accept the rides that make sense for you and that are profitable for you, and go out there and make that money. Take care. Deuces.